You know, it's been a while since I got my first camera in my hands, but ever since I've been constantly looking for those cinematic secrets. And I think I found one. And you can sit back and relax and hopefully enjoy the video. So what is the secret? It is quite obvious, but it is a lens. Not a lens, but the lenses. You see, I've been doing this whole video thing for almost 10 years and I've changed a lot of lenses. Some of them were terrible lenses, some of them were good lenses. I've got to say I have never had such lenses as the ones I'm gonna talk about right now. And before you close this video is not sponsored. Yes, Nisi sent me the lenses, but they said to me, you can do anything you want and you can say anything you want. So this is exactly what I'm gonna do. And to warm up, those lenses are not perfect. So now, since I got your attention and trust, hopefully, let's talk about them. So, Nisi Athena cinema lenses. First of all, the build quality is amazing. This is the best quality that I had, and you can feel that if you drop the lens, it's not gonna break. I'm a risky guy. Let's say it like this. I can put my camera and other gear in a great danger when I'm filming stuff. So this is a crucial thing for me. This is a really important point for me. The lens should be top quality when I'm talking about the build quality. And those lenses are fantastic. They are fully metal. They are, as I said, they just feel right. And I'm not gonna lie, I dropped those lenses a few times and basically nothing happened to them, which is a really nice thing. So far, my favorite lens is 35mm. I use it almost everywhere for everything because this is my favorite focal length anywhere. Photography, videography, this is like perfect balance, you know? And here I feel like I need to say the thing I don't like about those lenses. Not about those lenses, about the case. You see, when you try to put the 135mm lens inside of this case, which is really nice case by the way, you cannot close the case. Because the 135 is the only one lens which is a little bit longer than any other lens from this series. But I do feel like Nisi could modify the case or probably put the lens horizontally, so you could basically use the case even with this lens. It is actually a little bit annoying, especially when you want to carry all of those lenses. You need to take the case and a little bag. Alright, back to the lenses. I've been using those lenses for 2 or 3 months already, and I've got to say, I love them. I use them for my YouTube, for my, gigs. This is the only lens that I have with the autofocus because, when I'm just talking to the camera, I don't want to constantly check the focus. I just want to, walk around, move like that, and don't worry about the focus. So this is why I'm gonna keep this one for sure. And I am not a cinematographer. I'm not even a videographer. I'm just an amateur in this whole thing. But I do know that having the same sizes of focusing ring and aperture ring is really cool, especially when you try to use the follow focus. It's when you can move the focus from a distance. That's why the ribs are that big, so you could put all of this cinema tech on your lens and use it as a professional cinema lens, which they basically are. What I also like about those lenses, aperture. Even though I am not a huge fan of filming during the night or evening or basically any low light scene, those lenses are pretty much capable of doing so. Because every time when I'm planning to shoot something outside where I don't have any control of the light, I don't bother with any additional lights, especially having the FX3 combined with those lenses are just, that's a beast of machine. The bokeh is not distracting because I've had quite a few of lenses which had this very specific bokeh which is really distracting and I don't like it. Also, those lenses are not very sharp, which again is very cool for me because I hate super sharp images like the one I'm using right now, even though I am using the filter which slightly makes the image softer, but it's still not as soft as from the Nisi Athena lenses. The image quality is magnificent. Basically is the most important thing when it comes to the lens, right? And this is exactly what I found out using those lenses. Those lenses are probably the cheapest cinema lenses that can provide you with a really magnificent image quality. I love using those lenses for anything. Every time when I use those lenses, I feel like I'm a film guy. Wes Anderson, I don't know, Christopher Nolan, kind of thing. I mean, as I said, those lenses are not perfect. They have some minor issues. I do believe, and I know for a fact, that there are better lenses on the market, but they are way more expensive. So this is like a perfect balance between a good quality and relatively low price, because the price they're asking for those lenses is really acceptable. You know, I'm that kind of guy who always needs to try myself before listening to anyone else. So I tried them and they are magnificent. So far, this is the closest to the cinematic vibe that I've ever had. And trust me, I tried a lot of different gear. I tried a lot of different cameras, lenses, whatever, filters. And this combination is by far the best one I've ever had. And with that being said, Nisi, thank you so much for sending me those lenses. I've had so much fun using them and I'm gonna keep using them in the future. Thank you so much for watching. If you found anything useful in this video, press the like button and subscribe. And yeah, see you soon. Jean Black over and out.